He lost everything: his empire, his throne, his power. But in 1815, he returned, and Europe realized the nightmare was not over. After years of war, Napoleon Bonaparte had been defeated and exiled to the island of Elba. For Europe, it felt like peace had finally arrived. Kings returned, borders were restored, and people believed the wars were over. But Napoleon refused to accept defeat. In a move no one expected, he escaped exile and landed in France. Instead of facing resistance, something unbelievable happened. Soldiers sent to arrest him joined him. Step by step, his power grew. City after city accepted him, army after army followed him, without a single major battle. Napoleon reclaimed the throne. This period became known as the 100 Days. But Europe was not going to make the same mistake twice. Britain, Prussia, Austria, and Russia united once again. Their goal was simple: end Napoleon's rule forever. Among them stood two key leaders: Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington, a calm and defensive strategist, and Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher, a bold and aggressive commander. Napoleon understood the danger. If these armies united, he would be outnumbered and destroyed. So he made a daring plan: strike first, move fast. Divide the enemy forces before they could join together. His army marched into Belgium. It wasn't just soldiers fighting that day. Even the sky was against Napoleon. On the night before the battle, heavy rain poured across the fields near Waterloo. By morning, the ground had turned into thick mud. This delayed Napoleon's attack a few hours. That would change everything, because every minute gave his enemies more time to prepare, and more importantly, more time for the Prussians to arrive. Facing Napoleon was Wellington's army, positioned on higher ground. Calm, disciplined, and ready to defend at all costs. Finally, the battle began. Cannons roared across the battlefield, but the wet ground absorbed much of their power. Napoleon needed to break Wellington's line quickly. So he launched attack after attack. At Hougoumont, a fortified farmhouse, brutal fighting erupted. French forces tried again and again to capture it, but the defenders held firm, turning it into a deadly distraction. At La Haye-Sainte, another key point, soldiers fought at close range, each side refusing to give up ground. Hours passed, casualties rose. Still no breakthrough. Desperate, Napoleon ordered a massive cavalry charge. Hundreds of horsemen surged forward, charging uphill toward the British lines, but Wellington's troops formed defensive squares, tight formations that stopped the cavalry in their tracks. The charge failed, time was slipping away, and in the distance, a dark line appeared. The Prussians were coming. For a moment, victory felt close, and then, everything collapsed. As the battle reached its peak, Napoleon's situation became critical. His army was exhausted, his attacks had failed, and now the Prussian forces under Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher were entering the battlefield. This changed everything. Now Napoleon was fighting on two fronts. Pressure built rapidly, his lines stretched thin, his options disappeared. Still, he refused to give up. In one final attempt to win the battle, he sent forward his most elite force, the Imperial Guard. These were not ordinary soldiers, they were the best of the best, disciplined, experienced, feared across Europe. If they could break Wellington's line, the battle could still be won. They advanced steadily under fire. For a moment, it looked like victory was within reach. Then Wellington made his move. Hidden troops rose from behind the ridge and opened fire. The Imperial Guard stopped. Confusion spread. Then something unthinkable happened. They began to retreat. For the first time in history, the Guard had broken, and with them, Napoleon's last hope vanished. Panic spread across the French army. Lines collapsed, soldiers fled, command disappeared. The battlefield turned into chaos. By evening, it was over. The Battle of Waterloo had ended in total defeat for Napoleon. He fled, but this time, there was no return. He was exiled to St. Helena. Far from Europe, far from power, forever. And with his fall, an entire era came to an end, because Waterloo proved one thing: even the greatest conquerors in history can fall in a single day.